Hi, and welcome back. This is Julianne Duffy, and welcome to Breathe Within Yoga. Thank yourself for taking this opportunity to come and practice this evening on the mat. Whatever space you have will work, and we're going to spend a lot of time coming to our breath and focusing on creating space in not only our body, but our mind. So let's get started. This evening we'll come to a comfortable seated position, getting started, sitting tall, lengthening through the spine. We're going to get our chin level to our chest. So we're avoiding having the chin towards the chest. Bring those shoulders up towards the ears. Feel the first focused inhale come into the lungs. Exhale as you let it go, sitting tall. We're going to activate the core, belly button to spine, pulling up on the pelvis with that beautiful, strong midsection. And let's take a moment, we'll close our eyes. Notice how we feel to be strong and active in our midsection and our core. And let's take a moment to focus on our breath. As we inhale, notice everything start to expand. And then as we exhale, we just let the breath go. We're allowing ourselves this evening, morning, noon, whenever we're watching this, we're coming to this moment, to the breath. Notice how the breath feels to come in and expand through the chest, maybe into the belly and into the back of the body. And then let that breath slowly go. On our next breath, we're going to come back into this space that we're in, and we're going to place our hands on our shin or thighs, however our legs are. We'll just kind of place our hands in front of us. We're going to take a deep breath and go through a couple of our cat and cows. So as we inhale, we're opening the chest, let the shoulders roll back, allow the throat to open with this deep breath. And then as you exhale, we're rounding the chin to chest, rounding the spine. Close the eyes if you'd like, or keep them gently gazed open as we continue. Starting to get a little bit of movement into the body, into the spine. Deep breath in, feel the torso expand, the shoulders go back, and then as we exhale, we let it all go. Inhaling and exhaling. The next breath brings us back up through to seated. And let's bring our legs out straight. So we'll come right into our Paschimottanasana. Let those legs come forward. We're going to roll the seated bones under. If you have something to sit on, I always recommend it. It helps tilt the pelvis, or you're sitting tall. Feet are active as if we're stepping on the floor. Little bend in the knees. Deep breath in. Let the arms rotate over the head. Maybe let the gaze follow. As you exhale, bend at the hips. Let the torso melt over the thighs. Let everything go. Exhale. Follow the inhale as you gently let the torso expand, coming away from the legs. We'll take one more deep breath here. So as we exhale, let ourselves sink over the thighs, releasing the breath. And then as we inhale, we're going to sit up tall, lengthening through the torso. So once again, belly button to spine, pulling up on the pelvis, strong midsection. We'll bring our hands by our hips. Let's bring those shoulders once again up towards the ears, roll them down the back. So we're sitting tall, we're making that L shape with our torso to our legs. Chin is level. Deep breath in. Notice how it is to sit tall, to be active, the legs are active. The torso is active, belly button to spine, pulling up on the pelvis. The arms are active, pushing into the floor. The shoulders are away from the ears, and the head is level. Another deep, full breath. If you're shaking in any part of your body, that's great. That's actually a good sign. Your muscles are being activated. And on this next exhale, we're going to slowly release. We're going to make our way through to all fours, coming onto hands and knees. If you have something that you can support your knees on, you're welcome to put a pillow, or if you've got a small bolster or an extra blanket, you can place it right onto the mat, and then you can come onto your knees. We're going to come through some moon salutations this evening. So coming onto our knees, the toes can be tucked under or flat, whichever you prefer. We're going to lengthen through the torso, but level our chin to chest. Let's rotate our arms overhead, deep breath in. And then as we exhale, we're going to let ourselves come forward into a child's pose. So those toes will untuck for this one as we let the seated bones go back, the arms lengthen, we let the torso melt over the thighs, chin to chest, release. We follow the breath on the inhale. We're going to come up through all fours, and we're going to come through full cat and cow here. Remind me, I'm going to take this off to help show the entire movement. So the hands are spread wide, the wrists are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. We're going to let the belly drop, tailbone to the top of the head. Deep breath in. And then as we exhale, we round the chin to the chest, making that kind of letter C shape, or I guess it'd be more of an N shape. On the next breath, we're going to drop that belly once again, opening through the torso. Deep breath in. And as we exhale, let the chin come to chest. Release the breath. We're going to take a moment coming back into our child's pose once again. Let the toes touch, torso over the thighs, lengthen the arms. Deep breath in. Gentle exhale. On our next breath, we're going to allow those hands, our hands, to come by our hips. We're going to tuck our chin, and we're going to slowly bring our torso up. And then we're going to make our way to the kneeling and rotate those arms once again overhead. Deep breath in. Let yourself come into a little bit of back bend, tucking the tailbone, opening through the torso. Deep inhale. As we exhale, we're going to come into our child's pose. This time, let's let the knees touch. So the knees are close together, the legs are right beside each other. And we're going to let that torso completely release, chin to chest. Over the next breath, we start to make our way back up through all fours. And let's come through our cat and cow. We'll take a moment to adjust, let the knees come under the hips again, toes flat or tucked. Spread those fingers nice and wide with the wrists under the shoulders. Drop the belly, open the chest. Top of the head, imagine you can touch the tailbone. Exhale as we rotate, chin to chest, release. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, open through the torso, let the belly drop. Exhale as we round the spine, chin to chest. Untuck those toes, make your way back. The knees again can be right beside each other as we come into our child's pose. Another deep, full breath. Let the torso expand. Feel the breath come into the entire mid area of the body, core area, and then let that go. On the next breath, we'll bring our hands by our hips once again, palms facing towards the sky. Let the chin be tucked as you gently bring yourself up, and we'll make our way back up to the high kneeling position. From here, staying in our kneeling position, we're going to rotate our arms overhead. Again, let the gaze follow if it feels good, opening through the front of the body. And then as we exhale, we're going to rotate to our right. Let the left arm come behind. Or sorry, the right arm goes behind, the left arm comes in front. Inhale, opening, coming back up through center. And then as we exhale, rotating the opposite way. When we do this, we do want to try to keep our hips forward. So we inhale, exhale as we gently rotate. Ideally, the arms go straight. I just don't have enough room for how I can get this video done and where I can put my mat. Let's take another deep breath in, coming back through center, lengthening through the torso, and then we're once again going to make our way into child's pose. This time we're going to bring our arms between our legs. So we're going to open up those knees wide, let the toes touch, let the seated bones go back as the arms come between the legs, the chin to chest, release everything. Maybe rock it side to side, shaking it out. Allow the next deep breath to expand through the entire torso. And then as you exhale, you're sinking a little bit closer to the floor. Our next breath, we bring our arms forward. We're coming in through our child's pose, gently back up through all fours, and let's do one more round of our cat and cow. Drop the belly, tailbone towards the sky, and really feel that stretch into the obliques and into the abdominal area. Feel that stretch as you exhale. You round the spine, the chin to chest, someone squeezing out all that air. Continuing with those deep, full breaths at your own pace. One more inhale. Let that next exhale completely dissipate. Someone squeezing out all that last little bit of air. And then we're going to make our way once again to child's pose. Let's let those arms come between the legs. Let the head come right to the floor or the mat. Release the chin to the chest. And come back to your breath. A deep, full inhale here. Slow exhale. One more breath. Our arms come forward. We're going to come through all fours and we're going to make our way through to seated. Releasing our glutes to the floor. Hello, Mojo. Yes, it's very nice. Come on. Move on. Are you going to do yoga with us? Maybe we get some distractions as we do some yoga. We let them come, we acknowledge them, and then we let them go without holding on to the attachment. So coming up to seated, we're going to rock our right and our left glute under, so we're sitting on those glutes. We're going to grab the back of our legs. We're going to sit up tall. Right here is the starting of our boat pose. So if this feels challenging enough to keep the spine long, keep the core active, the knees are bent, the feet might be flat to the floor, shoulders away from the ears. This is our first variation. Now if it's a little bit easy and you want to try a little harder, you're going to let the feet start to hover. So maybe let one foot come off the mat, then the other, and then we want to avoid falling away from our thighs. We're going to keep our torso towards our thighs. If you're feeling really strong, you can let those feet start to come parallel to the knees, or maybe start to point the toes towards the corner of your room. So feel where it is, what those active cores. If you're shaking, that is wonderful. So finding where you can feel this beautiful deep pose, activating those core muscles. We curl the corners of our mouth up as we smile. This shouldn't be too serious. And then as we exhale, we'll let the feet come back to the floor. Let the chin come to the chest as we round the spine, releasing. Deep breath in once again. Let the exhale slowly go. We'll do another boat pose. So take a moment if you need to, shake the legs out, and then let's readjust. Realign, we're sitting tall, grabbing gently, holding behind the legs. Let the feet stay flat onto the mat or start to hover. Wherever you go is perfect. Just let that core be active, belly button, spine pulling up on the pelvis. Now if you can, maybe you can let go of your legs. Avoid falling away from the legs. You want to keep that torso towards the thighs. If you can let go of the thighs, maybe start to let the arms come towards the ceiling. They can come out to a T. They can come out wherever you want to add a little challenge. And then as we exhale, let's bring those feet once again back to the mat. Hug the knees, chin to chest. We've got to do that one more time. We've got to do this 3. As we sit up, we're going to take another deep breath in. We're going to come into our boat pose one final time here. So when you're ready, let the feet hover if that's where you're going. Let them start to come wherever is appropriate. Core is strong and active. Arms come wherever. Now if you want to even add more challenge, you might want to start to drop one foot a little bit closer to the mat than the other, and then switch without letting yourself fall back. Shoulders away from the ears, there's a lot going on. If you're shaking like me, that's perfect. And then let those feet come back to the floor. Chin to chest, release, let that go. As we take this next breath in, notice how that felt. Notice how the core, the midsection, the hips, glutes, everything was active. And then on the exhale, just let that go. Our next breath, we're going to slowly come back up. And let's come through to lying on our mat. So let the feet come flat to the mat. The knees might bend. We're going to come down vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring those knees into the chest. If it feels good, draw some circles onto the ceiling. We're going to take a quick twist, and then we're going to come right into our breath. So from here, we're going to just let the knees come through to center. We're going to let the knees drop over to our right to start. Our arms are going to come either to cowboy surrender, so at 90 degrees, or out to a T where they're just flat to the mat. So let the knees drop to the right, and we're going to bring our gaze away from them, over to the left. Now the right hand can be used to be put onto the top of the left hand. We've done this before. If that feels appropriate, take the stretch a little bit deeper. Once again, let's come back to our breath. Notice how it feels to take this inhale. Notice where there's space in the breath, maybe where there's some tension or tightness. Just let the breath come in through the side of the body. Let the exhale go. Notice how you can release a little bit more to the right on the exhale. Another deep, full inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to activate those core muscles once again today. So belly button to spine, pulling up on the pelvis. Try to use those core muscles to assist coming back through center. Take a moment, rock it out if you need to. And now we're going to make our way to the other side. So bringing those knees again through center. This time we're going to let them drop to the left. We're going to bring our gaze over to the right. And if there's space, that left hand can come to the top of the right thigh. Arms out to a T, so straight out, or at cowboy to surrender, that's 90 degrees. We want to get those shoulders flat to the mat, and where our gaze is away from our bent legs. You can close the eyes if you'd like. Let's take 2 focused breaths once again. So noticing as we take this focused breath in, where do you feel the space? Where might there be tension? Notice how that just is to take this breath into the twist. Let the breath slowly dissipate. We'll do that again, keeping the focus on the breath. Another deep, full inhale. And a slow, gentle exhale. The next breath, we're going to activate the core muscles, belly button to spine, pull up on the pelvis as the core muscles assist us coming back through center. Release. Let's bring those feet to the floor. And let's transition into our Savasana. So I'm going to transition you into Savasana. I'm going to come back up to seated to walk you through your breathing and the meditation. So in the Savasana, you're going to let the legs, they can stay here being bent. They can be straight. Just let the feet open up towards the sides. Let the back of the arms be supported by the floor of the mat. The palms face towards the sky. We're going to tuck our chin just a bit. So we've got a beautiful elongated spine. So this is where we want to go, into this wonderful lying position. The spine is lengthened. The torso is long and active. And then we just release the feet. Just let the feet open up, falling to the sides, to the right and the left side. And as we take this next breath, this is our opportunity to notice how we feel in this moment. So allow the breath to come in once again, that beautiful, deep, expansive breath. Feel the breath come into the torso, into the front, maybe into the sides and into the back of the body. And then let the breath slowly go. Notice where your state of mind is. Notice how your body feels in this moment. Let's bring that awareness to right now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our hands. We're going to place both hands right onto our belly. So kind of maybe the pointer fingers or the middle fingers might meet right around the belly button center. And our eyes are closed. And as we inhale, we feel the breath come into the body, and we're purposely filling the belly. So where those hands are, we want to feel the belly expand with the breath as we inhale. And then as we exhale, we start to notice how the hands start to sink onto the body, start to close. Take another deep, full breath. Again, we're sending the breath to where your hands are. So feel and notice the breath expand through the body. There's becomes space between your fingers as you take this deep breath in. And then as we exhale, we just let that go. We'll take another deep, full breath into the belly. Feel the hands expand. Feel the space being created as you take the deep breath in. And then notice how the hands change, how the fingers get closer together. The hands sink towards the mat as you let go of that breath. Another deep, full breath. Let the fingers expand. Feel the breath go right into the belly and all that space being created. And then letting that go. We'll just allow the breath to come in naturally and notice how it feels. Notice if you can feel the hands rise and fall, or if most of the movement is more in the chest. Just allow this moment to become aware. Maybe there's now more breath into the belly. Maybe not. Whatever we notice with our hands here, we just allow ourselves to become the observer, observant of how it is in this moment. We can release the hands. We're keeping the eyes gently closed. We release the hands. Let the back of the hands be supported by the floor. And allow the right and left shoulder to be rocked under if they're not rocked under anymore. And as we take our next breath in, we just notice how we feel in this moment after those deep, focused breaths. How the body is again after having the hands on the belly. Is there any change? The same? Is it different? And then as we've done before, any observations that come up, we notice them come into our mind's eye, into our focus. And then with the exhale, we just let them go. And then once all those thoughts and observations have been gently released, we're going to come back to our breath. We're going to imagine bringing in a bright golden light with this next inhale. This is our inhale. It's a healing golden light, and it starts to come into your body as you take this breath in. And as you exhale, it starts to gently dissipate anything that's not needed. You start to see maybe some gray or some dark start to come out on the exhale. And as that leaves on the exhale, you notice how it starts to transmute into golden energy, just like that healing energy you brought in. On this next inhale again, we bring in that golden, beautiful, healing breath. Comes right into your being. You notice it expand the entire torso, including the belly. And then as you exhale, you again notice it taking away gently allowing it to escort the things you don't need out of you. And it might be that darker gray, and it starts to transmute into that golden, healing light. It's being sent out into the universe, into our consciousness, into the world around us. Each breath, we notice the breath come in, we see the golden light. It fills up the lungs. We feel bigger and deeper and more balanced with each breath. And as the exhale takes away that isn't needed, we see it transmute into a loving, healing, golden light so that it can go out and create better things. We'll stay with this focus for just a few more moments with each breath, seeing that breath come in or imagining it come in as that golden light. And then as you start to exhale that, just whatever that is, just let it go, just with the intent that that is not needed, is gently being dissipated. And as it's being dissipated and released from your being, with intent, it's transmuted into a healing, loving energy. Notice how it feels to take this healing breath in, to allow it to expand the lungs, and then to let it, with intent, take away that which is not needed. It could be mental, physical, emotional, anything that's in you that's not serving you in this moment starts to dissipate with the exhale. And as it dissipates, because of our intent with love and releasing, it transmutes into becoming a healing, energetic light. And then, when we're ready, we'll just let that all go, let that imagery, let the whole thing just slowly dissipate, again with our exhale. We're noticing how we feel in this moment, this opportunity to take awareness. Notice how we feel in our mind, in our body, maybe even in our spirit at this moment. And then as we take the next breath, we're making our way back to our body. Take the inhale, allow it to increase the entire torso, bringing yourself back to this room, back to this moment. When you're ready, we'll start to wiggle our fingers and our toes. Allow yourself to release the body in any way that feels appropriate. Stretching your arms and legs. And then gently allow yourself to roll over to your right, coming into recovery. And if you've never done recovery before, if this is your first time, this is the position you go into if somebody had given you CPR and you survived. And you have survived. So now we come over to our recovery position. Let's take another deep breath here. Again, just becoming aware of our body, our mind, noticing how these transitions have affected all of that. How do we feel through all of these? Becoming aware of each moment. Take another deep breath in, and then allow the exhale to assist as you slowly bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. The eyes can be open or closed. We'll take one more focused breath. Let the arms gently rotate over the head. Let the hands touch. As the hands come to heart center. And as we do each time, we finish with our namaste, which means the light within me acknowledges and sees the light within you. Thank you again for being here to practice. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed that. Please do like, share, subscribe to my channel if you did enjoy that. And please send me any comments, feedbacks, and definitely please do give me a thumbs up. That helps as well. And thank you again for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.